I'm Marcus Richardson,
And I'm Nathan Hicken.
and over a year ago in real time, I played through the Gala exhibit, and I met my plus one, a woman named Genevieve. She was in a red V-line dress, some letter, and then the word line. I don't think I ever really figured out how to visualize that. A nice red dress. Some pearls? Obsidian necklace?
I believe she had an obsidian necklace that was half of a heart.
With half of a heart?
Yes.
Oh boy, let's get back to that.
Ha.
But it soon became apparent that this individual within the Gala exhibit existed outside the realms of merely just the one exhibit. Genevieve popped up again and again, and it feels like we're headed towards some answers in her story. So, we want to take a second to ask the question, what do we know about Genevieve? What do I know about Genevieve? Not what does Nathan know about Genevieve.
Yes.
It's his story. He knows it all. And he refuses to tell me.
Yeah.
Because he's a jerk.
So many secrets. Yes. It's sole reason. I'm not, even when you finish this exhibit, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just going to be like, well, maybe. Just kidding.
And that's what friendship is really about, really, if you think about it.
Exactly.
Holding secrets.
Keeping secrets from each other. Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Delightful.
All right. Well, Marcus, what do you know about Genevieve?
Thank you for asking. So, going back to the Gala exhibit where I met her in person, she tied up my actual plus one and put them in a closet. She stole, 'twould seem, the sanguine serpent, an ancient artifact of some power, possibly. It seems like in this world of the Murder Museum, artifacts tend to have power. And then also, at the end of this exhibit, she froze time and handed me not a pocket watch, an obsidian compass with the words on it, Ghost in the Machine. Which, as an aside, the Ghost in the Machine, from what I can tell, is a group, or possibly a society, of people that are attendees, players in the Murder Museum. Genevieve possibly being the last one. At least that's what she says. So, introduced to her, she recruited me to do some tasks a la the Magic Treehouse. She's basically Merlin from the Magic Treehouse with a little dash of maybe Miss Frizzle, because she also can go wherever she wants and do whatever she wants.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
you could do worse than be compared to the wonderful Magic Treehouse. But before I move on, am I forgetting anything else from the Gala exhibit? Did she obtain any other artifacts besides the sanguine serpent?
No, I believe it was just the sanguine serpent. And giving you the moratoria, that was the most important bit.
Yes. An important question. Did we hear the voice of Genevieve before we met her in person? Because I seem to recall there was a voice on the phone in the summer camp exhibit. And there was a message on a mirror in your very first exhibit that you ever did, the yearbook exhibit.
Those would be very good things to keep in mind, and I can guarantee that you did. Genevieve has had her eye on you, Marcus, for a little bit, since the beginning, in fact. And I can also confirm that she did, in fact, contact you in the summer camp. She was also friends with Myra. She is behind one interaction that you had with Myra there. But I'll leave that as it is. Nothing super important, but it's just a little tiny Easter egg.
Interesting. For the astute observer.
Yes.
But we really should, I suppose, cover the essentials, because where we last left off with her makes me think that something important is about to happen. So, we hear her voice again in the Moonshine exhibit, where she requests I help her with a task. I retrieve an amulet from the sarcophagus of Marikari. The amulet I take is incomplete because she will have to go back and collect the rest, per the command of Melanoy.
Mm.
In the betrayal exhibit, the aptly named betrayal exhibit, she tries to strike a bargain with a being of power, Melanoy, the Newman of Nightmares. And there's a brief mention of getting to see her sister again. My personal theory is that is the core of her objective, that she is either trying to get back to her sister or resurrect her. Perhaps her sister has died. But yeah, all this to say, though, when we last saw her, she did what Melanoy requested and sent her to her next, possibly final destination.
Ooh.
All very spooky, this and that's. Now, what do we know about her personality?
Good question.
Just to prime us for what we're about to go through here. She's full of herself. She's annoying. I'm just joking. She seems to have gotten her way in almost every situation.
Seems to be one step ahead, yeah. She also is good at tying knots. She tied that one that tied up your actual +1 in the Gall exhibit very well.
And did she fight someone in the betrayal exhibit?
She freaking did. She sliced through some nightmare creatures with this freaking sword, which was pretty sweet. I know you guys, you audio listeners, didn't see it, but the visual play-by-play was insane.
A sight to behold.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like I've reminded myself of some important details, that she's been around a while collecting artifacts, and apparently has some objective that she thinks that Melanoy can assist her with.
Yes. I will say one other thing that we know about that you know about Genevieve's background. In the Tales from the Murder Museum, Notes from Port Erie, we met a younger Genevieve with her sister Emmeline, who solved a little mini mystery in the town of Port Erie many years before you've ever met her. So, not that that'll be relevant, perhaps, but thus.
Yes. For the dedicated detective among us, it sounds like it might be smart to revisit some of these older exhibits in preparation. But for the rest of us, myself included, I feel confident that we have what we need to know about her.
Absolutely.
We could do an entire other episode about who is Melanoy and what's her deal, because she is clearly another very important player here. But for now,
I think we're nearing the end of our time here, so
I dislike the forebodingness of whenever Nathan talks about this. He'll use words like the quote-unquote conclusion of the Genevieve arc.
Yeah, do you have any predictions, Marcus, that you want to put on the table for what is the outcome with Genevieve?
Joke's on you. I'm the audio editor, and I have access to these episodes, so I can go back and make myself say right now exactly what happens at the end of this arc.
Inserts big spoiler right here.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't want to guess too much.
That's fair.
I am fairly convinced that Genevieve has little to no loyalty to whatever Aurelius Whitlock is doing. I think that once she has accomplished or failed her task, whatever it is, she's going to be leaving the murder museum. And so my thinking is, if this scenario has something to do with her sister, if she's able or unable to save her sister, Emmeline, I think that this will be the last of her scheming, at least for now. And that's my prediction.
Intriguing. I have not been in the theories channel on our Discord for fear of accidentally spoiling or influencing myself, but I have heard that there are many intriguing Genevieve theory, which I will be excited to look through once we're all done. But yeah, Lighthouse Exhibit, here we come.
Lighthouse Exhibit, here we come. Very exciting. Also very excited to see where plot threads that you have been weaving into your narratives since the very beginning are coming to a head. That is very exciting and intimidating. We'll see where it all goes. Nathan, thank you for making an engaging narrative. a character that I enjoy riffing off of. So I'm excited to see where this all goes.
Well, then I'll see you next time, and I'll meet you down in Wichita Bay.
Ooh. See ya in Wichita.